Here, let's talk about being silent and being active. If one is really interested in the inner world, wants to explore it, one has to ask oneself such a question. Can the mind be silent totally, completely? In silence, we can only touch the truth. When the mind is not silent, the mind must be kidnapped by thoughts in one way or another, by all kinds of mental illusions or whatever. In that situation, the mind cannot see the truth at all, because the truth can only be perceived totally when the mind is not caught up in thoughts at all. So that's why one has to figure out how to be silent totally, inwardly. When the mind begins to see the truth in silence, that very observance brings the order to the mind. It's not the order made by the authority, by all kinds of rules, but the order within the mind. It's the order that mind can run without any conflicts. But for most people, being silent is so difficult. The mind is always chattering. Even in this park, most people rarely enjoy the view around them. They still keep talking and talking, seeking the stimulation from the thoughts. When people are in thought, the mind is always in disorder, because thoughts are disorder themselves. So to have order, the absolute order in the mind, one has to empty the consciousness totally, completely. Then the mind becomes silent. The mind becomes in touch with the truth. Such a mind, even when it becomes very active, it is still in order, full of passion, free of all kinds of conflicts. But for most people, when the mind is not silent, when the mind becomes active, the mind is very destructive. In that very activity, the mind is full of violence. Look at the chaos on this planet, politically, economically, culturally. Look at the war we have created in the past few hundred years. When we are mentally violent, it is inevitably physically violent. Even now, in this time of life, the war is not so often. It seems that we have achieved the external peace, but we are still violent. Can we be really free of this violence? Which borders on the same question. Can the mind be silent totally? That's the meaning of meditation. Or that's the meditation itself. To quieten the mind, to be in touch with the truth, to end the self, to end the violence totally.